Hello YouTube, this is Kaito JR here, and I'm here to do another Ajin Discussion video, this time discussing about Ko Nakano. So yes, here we are, finally talking about this character that I've neglected to talk about for so long. Yes, I made an Ajin demi-human character discussion topic video about him, and that was like 3 years ago at best. And I have made a connections between K and Ko video as well for the Ajin Discussion video playlist as well. Yes, just like this one right here video. Yeah, I haven't just talked about Ko Nakano just on his own, just on his own video like this one right here I'm making right now. So yeah, I mean it's really nice to finally get to talk about Ko Nakano. He's not really one of my favorite characters, but still he's worthy to talk about. I mean he is part of the main cast after all, and I still haven't talked about him specifically. So yeah, here's this video right here. And first thing first, I should mention about Ko Nakano is that yeah, he does not have an IBM. Everybody, he's like one of the only main like characters that isn't Ajin in the entire series of Ajin Discussion with no IBM in usage. So I mean, even K Nagai was like surprised about this. Like, wait, Ko, you don't have an IBM? Why didn't you tell me this before? I mean, well, you didn't really ask, so I just didn't think I should bring it up at all. I mean, yeah, of course they didn't actually say that, but of course, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure Kay should have actually just asked just in case, because he didn't actually know. He wasn't certain. He just assumed that every single Ajin had an IBM. But no, that's not the case. Like, not every single Ajin is like a variant, is what, like, I think Ikuya Ogura calls it or whatever. Like, no, yeah, that's what Japan itself, the Japanese government calls it within the Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare, and the Ajin side of things. Yeah, they all call it the variant species or the other species, which is, Ko Nakano is not part of that. I mean, however, Ikuya Ogura stated to Ko one time that actually no, Ajins, they can summon IBMs, every single one, but they just have to, like, I guess, die a lot of times. Like, for example, yeah, of course, Ogura told Ko to just die like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times just so he can eventually maybe summon an IBM. Maybe though. It might just happen to you one day. I don't know. I mean, yeah, because right now we don't know what Ko Nakano's IBM looks like. Yeah, we saw it in the anime for like the season 2 episode 12, I believe, or season 2 episode 11. But yeah, that's like filler content right there. That doesn't matter at all in the manga. And the content within the manga, which is the actual one, yeah, we don't know what Ko Nakano's IBM is, what it looks like, or anything about it. We know nothing of it. So right now, as far as we are aware of, Ko Nakano does not own any IBM whatsoever. Actually, Ko Nakano is not even his name anymore though, because at the end of the events of chapter 86, it's actually revealed that he changed his name along with many of the other characters as well, like Kei Nagai, probably Reiji Akiyama changed his name, yeah, Koji Tanaka changed his name, Izumi Shimamura, once again she changed her name. She can't stay with one name for very long in her life, so yeah, she once again changed her name. Yeah, I mean, she didn't really kept her Izumi Shimamura like second like name in her life for very long. She immediately changed it once again. Yeah, she's probably like used to it by now, just doing that over and over again. But yeah, of course, like I said, yeah, Tanaka, he's changed his name. So, and as we all know, yeah, Sato, I mean, the person who the reason Ko and Kei actually teamed up with each other was just so they could take down Sato once and for all. They did this like all throughout summer, and then eventually, yeah, they managed to team up with Tosaki and Izumi and the others as well, Hirasawa, Manabe, and the others, yeah. And yeah, they failed a couple times. By a couple, I mean like once in the forest security building. That arc right there, that was a pretty good arc. I like that arc a lot. Sometimes I can even go back to read it once again at times. But yeah, of course, there they lost to Sato. They managed to get their asses kicked by him. They couldn't. They were trying to capture Sato, but yeah, Sato, of course, he had a plan up his sleeve, and Kate was surprised at what Sato actually did. I mean, he apparently, like, Sato, like, ripped himself apart, like shredded himself to pieces with like a wood chipper just so he could show up inside the forest security building just out of his hand alone. So yeah, I mean, that kind of, that kind of freaked out like a cage, just the fact that like Sato was able to do something like that. I mean, no normal person would ever consider like doing something like that to themselves at all, ever. So yeah, that was kind of strange. Like, obviously, yeah, Sato's not a normal person. He's a psychotic maniac, like killing machine that he just goes around. He just sees the entire world as like a video game that he just like wants to just kill everybody just for it because it's fun for him. And that, yeah, he's always been like that ever since he was like a little kid, where he saw him in chapter 30, I believe, where he was like killing like barn animals like rats and stuff like that, just because he just finds it entertaining, and eventually joined the Marines just so he could like kill more because he found it entertaining, just like pretending to be like actually an upstanding like model Marine for the other like younger Marines or whatever, until he just like goes psycho and starts like killing like soldiers, any soldiers, just because he thought it would be like funny or whatever. Just it entertains him. That's what he's interested in doing, just having fun, like pretending everything like is a video game, like fighting and stuff like that. Like because Sato loves video games a lot, as we all know. But yeah, that's the main reason why Ko and like I said, Ko and Kei teamed up just so they can like stop Sato, which yeah, they succeeded in doing so. I mean, yeah, Ko, he did help a lot. I mean, he's the one who pushed Kane to doing it, because like yeah, Kane, he's really lazy. He's smart, really smart, but kind of lazy. He doesn't want to like keep on fighting at all. He just wants to stay low and just keep it low, like he's doing right now at the end of chapter 86. He just wants to go become a doctor, go to college, and just help find the cures for diseases they don't have a cure yet, like for her like, little sister Eriko, that we also saw at the end of chapter 86, leaving the hospital with her mother Ritsu Nagai. Yeah, so of course like she still has that illness, and Kid's gonna do everything in his power to, like I said, become a doctor and find a cure for that said illness that is unknown, which like because we don't know what kind of illness actually Eriko has. It's never been revealed to us at all. Yet Kei's gonna find that cure for it. He's very determined to doing so, and for of course cures for other diseases that don't have a cure yet. Kei's gonna find it all. Yes. Also, Ko himself is still working at the construction site. I mean, since Sato has been defeated and is locked up in this permafrost state in this chamber underground somewhere in Japan, I don't know, just a Japanese military site or whatever. Yeah, Ko is just like now content and just working at his like construction, like working area, whatever. Yeah, he's just working there now with some of his buddies. I'm pretty sure are all older than him, but yeah, I mean, Ko doesn't care. They helped him a lot. I mean, I think one of them are the ones that actually got Ko to work there to begin with, because Ko, he didn't have a job or anything like that, so, and he just didn't have a purpose in life at all until like one person, one adult, just like helped Ko, give him a job, just like stuff just something to do, something to make something out of himself, make money, and just like I guess like just learn experience like that. I mean, of course, like that's what Ko needed. Thankfully, unfortunately though, like he saw this news about like Sato wanting to like round up all the Ajins, and then eventually, yeah, of course, Ko can see IBMs, so he saw the IBMs at this fake meeting spot. So like Sato or Tanaka's IBM can like reveal to the other Ajins there where the real meeting spot is with their IBMs. So of course that's where Ko went. Ko heard like the IBM like talking, is revealing their actual meeting spot for all Ajins to show up. Not every single Ajin did show up, because some actually thought it was a kind of like a pain to do. So like Takashi Kotobuki, here are some other Ajins like saying, hey, you're gonna show up there at the meeting place where Sato is going to be showing up at, whatever. Nah, sounds like a pain. I think I'm gonna go home. And Takashi's like, yeah, he's probably right. I think I'm gonna go back to my prison, whatever. Of course, Ko didn't agree with that, because I'm pretty sure Ko probably heard it, or like maybe like afar, like just like Takashi did, just like minding his own business. Like, you know what? Nah, I think I'm gonna show up there just to see what Sato has to say about like what's he gonna do with Ajin rights and stuff like that. Of course, Ko wasn't expecting that Sato would result in a massacre. Ko didn't like this at all. Reiji too as well, and so many other Ajins there at the real meeting spot didn't like this as well. So of course, Sato and Tanaka had to apprehend the Ajins that did not agree with like what Sato said, and if they let them go, they're probably gonna tell on Sato. But I don't know, maybe like Sato maybe wasn't like really like, if they go and tell them, then they're gonna be revealed to be Ajins themselves, because how would they know what this like real meeting spot is? You see, that's the like Sato's really smart how he like plans all this. Like, no, they can't actually tell them, because they're gonna have to reveal that they're an Ajin themselves though, because like how else would they have known like where the real meeting spot is if they're not Ajins? And then they'll be taken in within the Japanese government and stuff like that, and they'll be experimented on horribly. So yeah, I think it's best if they just keep their mouths shut for good. So. And at the time, Ko was the only Ajin there to escape, and eventually, of course, he ran into Kei. I mean, yeah, of course, like at first, Kei was kind of hostile towards like Ko. He actually locked up Ko in this trailer, this truck that was like run down by this like cliff, and he just like locked Ko up in there. And yeah, Ko was kind of pissed off at Kei for a while, but of course, I think he quickly forgave him. Well, I mean, in the anime, it was shown that Tosaki and Izumi found him eventually, but nah, I think like it was actually this old man in this farm. I think his name was like Mr. Kita or something like that. So, yeah, he found him, like he blew Kei's back with a shotgun, and Kei had to run off. And yeah, of course, Kei needed some help, so he went to go get Ko, and then they both yeah, I guess like jumped off of this cliff with like two ropes like attaching to each other, just so they don't get like separated, so they could stay together. And then eventually they went on to like onto the shore on this this other prefecture where they ended up at, so they can just like look for some allies first of all, because Kei noted that yeah, we need allies, so let's look for maybe some more help. And I guess at first he didn't really think about like Tosaki helping them, but yeah, I think he got that idea. Yeah, maybe Tosaki can help us, like can assist us, because he's looking for Sato as well, and he thinks we're working with him. Yeah, we need to clear up our names here with Tosaki, so yeah, let's go team up with him. We can definitely do something about that. And Ko was like, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah. Of course, you see, Ko was the one who drove Kei to do all this. Like, if it was just Kei alone, nah, Kei would never do any of this stuff. I mean, Kei would just be still back with like Miss Yamanaka's house and just like be eating all of her udon, all of her food, just relaxing, just I guess practicing using his IBM better, because he's definitely planning to do something with that later on. But yeah, if it was for Ko, Kei would just like stay content there in the forest, just training, going back to Miss Yamanaka, pretending like she's her grandson or whatever, and then that name Ryota, I think, and then just keep on eating and training and eating and training over and over again, and it just be living there peacefully, and that's it. Like, yeah, he preferred to do that because it is more peaceful. And Sato is nowhere in sight, and nobody knows that he's in Ajin there. And even if they do, he probably just uses IBM to kill all of them, because Kei does not really care about human life whatsoever. He really does. He states this like many times that he does not care about anybody but himself. But yeah, I think yeah, no, he's just lying though. He does care, because he gets his caring side, a little bit of it from his father's side, because his father was a doctor, a very compassionate one, who actually gave his liver to a patient. I think it was a liver or something like that, to save his patient's life. To do that, he only did it to sheer compassion alone, and I'm pretty sure he died from that, but it wasn't revealed if he is dead or not. I don't know, but yeah, that's what Kei's father did. We never seen Kei's father in the manga. We just heard like Kei just talking about him. Like, he was a doctor, and I guess Kei just wants to be a better doctor than he was. Like, not to be like an idiotic doctor. He was just like to give his own life just to save like this patient or whatever. So yeah, so of course Kei is not as admirable as his father is, not as like brave. I mean, he is brave, but like, you know what I mean. Just like no, he's not willing to like give his life for others, really. Even though he's an Ajin, he has like an endless amount of lives he can possibly give. But I don't think he doesn't want to give a single one for other people. Though he doesn't think it's worth it to do that, because he sees very little value to other people. He just wants to like, just care about himself and his own interests, stuff like that. But yeah, Ko, he managed to get like Kei into like. Yeah, actually, I think I just been talking more about Kei than Ko in this video. Sorry, I just like Kei is such a he's such an impactful character to like the manga. So I just like there's just so much to talk about with him, you know. But yeah, Ko, of course, Ko was the one who got Kei to fight against Sato in the first place. Like, yeah, that's the whole point what I'm trying to get across here. But just like it was all Ko. Ko was the main driving force to get Kei to fight Sato, and eventually, I mean, even after the force security arc, Kei was done. He didn't want to fight Sato anymore. They tried, they failed. Sato defeated them. Kei just wanted to just live peacefully. Maybe go to like India or whatever, or Iraq. I don't know, just like someplace that's far away from Japan, away from Sato, just so he can live freely. Of course, Ko didn't like this idea at all, because he doesn't want Sato just going around just killing everybody that he sees. So Ko wanted like Kei's help. Yeah, Kei didn't want any part of it anymore. Of course, Ko punched Kei, being selfish, saying like dude, Kei, those are people's lives. We have to protect them. Of course, like, yeah, Ko, he's a lot more like heroic than Kei is, but still idealistic compared to Kei's like pragmatism, whatever you pronounce it. Yeah, some of that pragmatism. Yeah, Kei, he thinks very rationally. Like, I mean, Ko, we don't know any of those people that Sato is killing, so they don't like their lives don't matter to us at all. Just like when Keiichi Kai died, you just see how you didn't really give a shit at all. I mean, you just like, okay, whatever, he died. I mean, I knew he was, but not really, though. I mean, just I knew he was a president of the Force Security Building, but I didn't really care about him at all. However, when Hirasawa died, just imagine how emotional you got. Like, just not imagine, you got super emotional. I saw your facial expressions. Like, yeah, you do care about a lot more about Hirasawa than Keiichi Kai. So you see what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like we don't need to stop Sato. We can just like run off and just live peaceful lives. Like none of the people that we actually care about. Like, of course, Kei, the people he cares about is just his mother, his sister, Kaito. But yeah, they're all like far away from Sato. Sato's like not gonna go anywhere near them. And Ko, like his parents, like I don't think his parents even care about Ko, because they kind of abandoned him. Because yeah, in Ko's flashback though, it was real that Ko was trying to change this light bulb, and that he fell off these books that he stacked up to reach this light bulb that was in the ceiling. Yeah, he fell off, got paralyzed in the floor. Like, his parents didn't even show back home for like a week. And then eventually Ko died very slowly. Must have been a painful death. Like he died of hunger, I think. And then he found out that he was an Ajin, and then yeah, he just left, and because his parents were a bunch of good for nothing to didn't care about him at all. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Ko and Kei both. Yeah, Ko doesn't have any family members that he really is like concerned about at all. Just cares about other people, not really his family. And Kei, yeah, he does have his family, but just his sister and his mother and his father. We don't know where his father's at. I don't know. He could be dead, well, but that's not certain though. And then there's Kaito, but he's in prison right now. So during the times, I mean, at the end of chapter 86, he is released though. Kaito, I think he went to go get a job somewhere. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I mean, Ko, yeah, of course, Ko, he's a very important character. I think he's also has this like crush on Izumi Shimamura, but that doesn't really go anywhere at all. I mean, I'm pretty sure Izumi is a lot older than Ko, so yeah, like I said, it didn't go anywhere, so it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna bring it up. But yeah, I mean, Ko, he did help a lot throughout the entire manga series of Ajin Demi-Human, even at the Iruma base. Like he did help a lot to try to take down no, not Takahashi again. He was actually with Reiji trying to look for Sato's arm. Yeah, it goes like, the anti-demis, they told Reiji they told Reiji's IBM, okay, take this arm and bring it to Ko. And Ko, Reiji, your master, Reiji, what's Ko, yeah. Bring it to them, just have this like arm buried somewhere where so when Sato performs, he will be buried within like the ground and he will be defeated. He'll be immobilized, and this is how we're going to defeat him. Of course, Reiji's IBM does this, and Ko, of course, like they eventually get the arm from Reiji's IBM, and of course, Ko got this brilliant idea to use like these. He says like these utility poles have these like what was it 6 foot tall 6 foot long like holes like underneath the utility poles. Like, you should all know what the utility poles are. They're all over the city, stuff like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can just look outside your house and find like a utility pole. Yeah, so just look outside. Yeah, you'll see one. So yeah, Ko, he tried to like put this arm inside the hole underneath the utility pole. However, even that failed because Sato is a lot smarter than them. That's why. So yeah, you all know if you read that chapter, you know what happened. If you didn't, just go see it. I don't want to like tell you what happened. I just want you to see it yourself. It's pretty crazy. But so Ko, he is really impactful to the story. I mean, he's the reason why he's the one who got Kei off his ass to fight against Sato in the first place. Because Ko, he's not smart enough to fight Sato on his own and not strong enough as well. Plus, he doesn't have an IBM, so yeah, there's that. So yeah, he definitely needed Kei, and he said, even Hirasawa stated that Ko, he's really good at getting the trust of others. He's really good at making friends with others. Like in contrast of Kei, who was very not very friendly at all, very cold and detached individual. It doesn't really open up to others all that much. He's very introverted, while Ko is very extroverted, and that's the main difference there. So. But yeah, Ko is a very important part of the story. Not my favorite character, like I said in the beginning of the video, but yeah, he's very important. And too bad we're not going to be seeing much of Ko. Ko is just going to be working at this construction site for the time being, and maybe he'll keep on doing that until he's like a grown man, an adult. But yeah, that's just it for Ko. That's what of course, like I said, Ko has a new name, but he stated that he doesn't need to use it at this point in time. He's happy with his own name now. I mean, he'll use it sometimes in the future, but just not now at this point in time. So yeah, that's for all of you. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I need to talk about here in this video, everybody. So yeah, I mean, there's the Ko Nakano video for all of you. Hope you all liked it. Hope you all learned a lot about Ko Nakano. So yeah, I guess he's a important character. You should know a lot about him, so that sort of stuff like that. But yeah, that's everything I need to talk about in this video, everybody. Yeah, just make sure you all comment down below and just let me know your thoughts about Ko Nakano and all the good stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for the video, everybody. Thanks for watching, and bye.